Wow, Marcus Sasser can play some basketball. Dropped a 27 ball. I think he was 9 for 12 shooting versus the Spurs. And they the Spurs, no Victor Wembanyama. But I do remember people saying when we had the best odds to win the number 1 pick, oh, we didn't deserve Victor Wembanyama. We didn't deserve him. You know what I'm saying? We lose. We didn't deserve the number 1 pick again. And look at the Spurs. Number 1 pick, still losing. Straight up. I know he injured and all that stuff, but still losing. All them Devin Vessels, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox. I think he was out too. Man, that's the new norm. These new players always out. I did a video on Kyrie on my other channel. He get mad at the older players, quote unquote, hating about the newer players being injured. Man, they just so soft. They always crying, oh man, rich people have feelings too. I ain't trying to hear that, dude. A lot of us had to wake up and go to work sick, and if we don't go to work sick, they can fire us or we won't get paid, or you know what I'm saying? These dudes choosing not to play because they don't feel like it. But Marcus Sasser can hoop. I mean, we all knew it. I mean, I really never understood the train of thought around sitting the guy that played 2, 3 years, 4 years of college. Remember they did that with Tayshaun Prince? Sat him down for 4 years. He played 4 years for Tubby Smith at Kentucky, and they sat him down his whole rookie year until they needed an emergency versus Tracy McGrady. He was able to shut down T-Mac, or at least slow him down. I never understood that. I spent the time in college. I know how to play basketball. I'm developed. Let me go. You know, they allow Killian Hayes to bump his head and make his mistakes. They allow a number of these guys to bump their heads and make their mistakes. Cade Ivey, allow him to. He can play. And he's something that the team is honestly missing. Somebody else that can get their own bucket. You know, he's probably the second best on the team as a scorer. And I've been saying it. He can shoot it. He can get to the rim. And then he ain't no defensive liability. You know, he ain't no defensive liability, so he can get to the bucket, he can shoot it, he's a professional scorer. So I really never understood not allowing him to play. And I get going to get Schroeder because he handles the ball with care. And a lot of young guards are reckless with the ball, and that's one thing the Pistons going to find out in playoff time is every turnover count for 2. And in crunch time, they count as 3 points against you. So, of course, you get a Schroeder to take care of the ball, to make decisions and all that. But on top of that, you needed an extra scorer off the bench. You trade for Funicini. You got Malik Beasley. You know, you bring in Hollins out the bench, which is Mr. Everything. You got a shooter and a true scorer on the bench. Imagine how many more games they would have won had they let Sasser, you know, do his thing. A lot more. And, yes, he makes some boneheaded decisions, but that's all young guards. Beginning of the season, we seen Cade Cunningham turn the ball over and help us lose games. 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, it happens. He's learned to take care of the basketball through reps. And I get the whole thing with a lot of these older coaches where they talk about practice etiquette. You practice how you play, but most of these players don't give a damn about practice. Some guys, they put in, somebody get injured, and they ball out in the game. I think about these kids ain't really practicing hard in high school or AAU no more. These just is glorified shoot-arounds. And now he out here burning, and he going through a stretch where he burning it up. You could have used that all year. Him and Malik Beasley could have been a hellified 1-2 punch off the bench, scoring-wise. They could have found a rapport together, and then, you know, down the stretch, you don't necessarily go with your starting 5 down the stretch. You're trying to win a game or close it out and trying to come back. You go with your best 5 players that game. And I think it's a way, you know, you can fit Malik and Sasser. They playing well together with Cade and Darren and some other people. But that shooting and that scoring, that's what they missing. Not saying that's enough to be like, okay, the Pistons can get to that next level, winning the playoff series and going to the conference semifinals. I'm not saying that. You know, I think going to that next level, absolutely, you know, prayers go out to Damian Lillard. That's my favorite NBA player. He got a blood clot. And I just find it funny, all these NBA players getting blood clots. That ain't something that an NBA player will get. Think about it. It's the clot in the blood where it stops the flow of blood. It's basically like if you bagged up a pipe. That can cause an aneurysm, a heart attack, you know what I'm saying, to your blood system. So you're just wondering, you know, all these athletes who playing night in and night out, who stay in shape, their blood should be actively flowing on a day-by-day basis. Why is it clotting? But we know why it is. Same thing with Bronny James in college. We know why it is. You know, we got to be forced to remain silent. We got to be forced to remain silent on these things, but we know what it is. But you know, Milwaukee, you know, now, you know, that Drew Holiday trade gonna look even worse. And they said, well, you know, if Drew Holiday would have stayed, they wouldn't have won shit. They coming down, and Giannis is on his way out. That's just what it is. They coming down, and Giannis is on his way out. That's just what it is. Milwaukee is gonna be in the rebuild, but at least they got a ring out of it. Nobody plants their flag or builds their dream home in Milwaukee. And it's unfortunately, historically, it's shown us that. Kareem, Ray Allen, all those guys got the hell up out of Milwaukee. So they're going to be in rebuild mode, but the East has already had people ready to take the throne. The Knicks has built something over there. Boston is still young and experienced and champions. Cleveland is coming up. Orlando, Detroit coming up. Indiana on the up and up. They already around there. So the East is railroad. But the East is already there. It's ready for a turnover. You know, a lot of people thought Charlotte would be right there as well too, but you know, whatever. So, but yeah. But Sasser is going to be a critical piece going forward. If you can get somebody that can give you a bucket off the bench with Beasley, that makes your free agent shopping list that much more easier. It makes it that much more easier. It makes it that much more easier. So next year they, you know, and maybe he becomes a trading chip. You never know. You know, but me personally, I like him off the bench. Him, Beasley, Stu. Really, the Pistons is just seasoning, aka experience, and one more star away. One more professional two-way bucket getter. You know, and I didn't know Houston was number 2 in the West. They're in the same predicament that we in. You know, they just need that star. They just need that star. You know, a lot of people saying, well, Kevin Durant would be a good fit for them. Yeah. Oh, CJ, how Kevin Durant a great fit for Houston, but not us. They number 2 in the East, in the West. Kevin Durant, you know, shit, they probably number 1. For us, I think Booker is the best fit. You know, you got wings. You probably have to give up Holland or Sar Thompson. I already told you where I stand on that. I won't want to give up either one of them, but Sar Thompson would be my pick to go. And I said they should draft him. And I said strictly from a positional standpoint of view, I think Ron got a future at the 4 or the 3. It's just strictly positional value. I think Thompson is either a 2 or a 3. Holland could be a 2, 3, or a 4. So that's just my opinion on it. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance and notifications. We go live with our video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support, peace.